Hey guys, welcome to another practical skills video. I'm joined by my good friend Sam here. Today we're going to go through how to measure common assessments of shoulder range of motion or glenohumeral joint range of motion. So we're just going to go through these so you can refer to this for your practical exam as a reference of how to perform it correctly. So we're going to start off with shoulder flexion and shoulder extension. So Sammy, I'm just going to get you to turn side onto the camera here. Main thing with shoulder flexion and extension is to pick out your three key points and using the goniometer. So the axis of rotation, which is just an imaginary line through the point where the axis of rotation would pass. So Sam, I'll just get you to go up into shoulder flexion and back down. Because as you'll notice, if we pick out a bony landmark like the greater tubercle of the humerus, if we go to flexion again, Sam, we'll see that that landmark actually moves. And so we actually just drill an imaginary hole like an axis straight through the shoulder, and that's where the axis of rotation will go. So once we have that in position, the immovable arm, or the stiff arm of the goniometer, will just be in line with Sam's trunk or his thoracic spine. And what I'll get you to do, Sam, then is go up into flexion, and the movable arm is going to be in line with his humerus. And you'll notice here that Sam's arm is bent. I want him to come back down. Keep your elbow straight for me, thumb pointing up, and then go for it into shoulder flexion. And all you need to do is match those points. So axis of rotation matched up. You've got your stiff arm in line with the thoracic spine, and then you've got your movable arm lined up with the humerus. And from there we can take our reading. So Sam, you can come down. So shoulder flexion range of motion, if we come and have a look here, remember we've always got two numbers to choose from, and we can see this number here just short of 160, so about 158 degrees of shoulder flexion. And we know that that's going to be correct because this here anatomical position is 0. 180 would be all the way up here, and we're somewhere between 90 and 180, so 158 is going to be correct. For shoulder extension, landmarks are the same, except obviously the action is coming back in this direction. So Sam, I'm going to get you to extend your shoulder for us now. And again, from here, I'll just come to this side. We get those same landmarks. So movable arm in line with the humerus, axis of rotation, and then stiff arm in line with the trunk. And Sam, you can relax there. And then we have another number here, and we come in and take a look. We can see about 61 degrees, and we know that this is 0, 90 would be here, so we know that that number is going to be correct. Next up, we're going to have a look at shoulder internal and external rotation. So from front on, you can do this in sitting or standing, but I'm going to show you that, and then also lying down as an alternative, and you'll see why in just a moment. Standing, what we get the participant to do is just bend the elbows or flex the elbows to 90 degrees. And we'll just do one at a time actually, so we'll just measure the right side. And so we're going to start with external rotation. So from there, that movement is going to be taking the forearm out to the side. And you just want to make sure that their elbow stays in at the side, they're not abducting the shoulder. From there, our axis of rotation is longitudinal. So remember, from top to bottom, like that. So the point of the elbow can be used as our reference point. What we need to make sure then is that the stiff arm just stays perpendicular to the body, and the movable arm will just move in line with the forearm. So Sam, do you want to externally rotate for me? And again, we match those points up, so axis of rotation, immovable arm is going straight out perpendicular to the body, movable arm in line with the forearm, and then you can come back to the middle. And again, we get our reading here. So we have 0, just short of 40 degrees, so about 38 degrees. And again, this here is 0, 90 would be out here, so we know that number is going to be correct. Internal rotation is obviously just the opposite, but as you can see, the issue here, if Sam, if you go as far as you can there, obviously one thing, we want to try to keep the elbow by the side, but also as Sam comes across, he's going to hit himself in the torso and not going to be able to go any further. So we can take the measure in the same way, however, we're obviously limited by the participant and Sam's fat guts here. So what we're going to do is get Sam to actually lie down on the bed. So I'll just get you lying on your back here, Sam. And then to perform this, we're just going to get you to shuffle over to the side. And we're actually going to measure internal, external rotation, range of motion, lying down with the shoulder abducted just to 90 degrees. So as a standard position. And from here, it's really easy. We just get them to go palm facing forward. And from this position, they come down like this, going into internal rotation, and this way, external rotation. Now, our points of reference now that we've moved the humerus, the axis of rotation is going this way. And so the axis of rotation again goes on the point of the elbow here. And our points of reference, now the thing to remember here is the humerus hasn't rotated at all. Even though we've abducted, if we come back, we're still in 0 degrees of internal or external rotation when we come out. So this is anatomical 0 for rotation. And from here, axis of rotation on the point of the elbow, stiff arm, straight up perpendicular to the body. And then Sam, from there we're going to internally rotate and come down. And the movable arm will just go in line with the forearm. And from there we get our reading. You can relax there, Sammy. We have 41 degrees. 0, 90 would be down here. So that's going to be our measure. And then from there, external rotation. Same landmarks, point of the elbow, your movable arm straight up, perpendicular to the body, and then movable arm in line with the forearm. And we're going to externally rotate. And then take our measure, and we can see there we have 56 degrees of external rotation. So, thanks Sam. There you have it guys. Nice and simple way to measure flexion, extension and internal external rotation. Remember, for internal and external rotation, lying down is probably preferable, but if you do either way on the practical exam, that'll be fine.